This is another one. This is a fairly credible one as well because it's quite well. We'll just quote you. It's from the Star. QPR are looking at PENNEY in the summer. So Queen's Park Rangers are keeping tabs on Sheffield Wednesday defender Matt PENNEY, according to the Sheffield Star. PENNEY, who spent last season on loan in Germany with St. Pauli, has it's Pauli, isn't it? Yeah, probably. Yes. Has made 12 appearances in the Championship this season, starting 10 times. QPR have identified PENNEY as their potential target ahead of the summer transfer window. The 23-year-old's out of contract at the end of the season. End quote. Paraphrasing. We talked about PENNEY a lot. Could you see this happening? Could you see him going to QPR, the team that built us 4-1, but seem to like a very mid-table Championship side? Could you see this being a move for him?
I can see it because it'll give him the football. It's one of the ones because I think he's one of the ones who wouldn't want to go down to League One. I think he sees himself as a Championship player, even though he hasn't been good enough. Now, the only good season he had was under Josh Lukai.
And that's not me saying he can't be good enough. I think Matt PENNEY's got a lot of potential. I just think our old team's been underperforming this season, and when PENNEY's come on, the amount of times he's crossed it and it's gone out for a throw, I've been like, oh my Christ, sort it out.
The one thing that PENNEY I always keep hearing is that he just doesn't train well. The one thing I've heard, he's not a great trainer, and that's what kind of put him out of favour with some of the managers. Because
23 years old, you got to train well. If you've not broken through yet, you might think you have because you've got the professional contracts and you've been on loan and you had a manager that likes you in Josh Luakai.
Jack Dobbs was the same back in the day, if you remember that one.
I do remember Jack Dobbs, yeah.
It's similar kind of thing. It's one of those things, you can only not train well and pull it off in games if you play to the Latin Ibrahimovic or Ronaldo and you're doing the business.
Yeah, Ronaldo trains well better than anybody else.
But you know,
I know what you mean. That sort of standard. Yeah. It's a case of
bad example on my part.
I think when Moore comes in, we've also heard things about other things that go off in training that we can't speak about on this podcast. But training means a big thing, doesn't it?
Yep.
Doesn't it? Things that go off in training, they're very big. And you've got to make sure that you're training well, basically. Yeah. And I think that's why we don't see a lot of certain players in the Sheffield Wednesday lineups, do we?
No.
So,
I think at the end of the day, I think everything... Since Moore come in, there have been a difference in training when you've seen those videos. It's a little bit more aggressive. It's a little bit more... The tempo's up. And Tony... I've forgotten how you say his last name. You know what I mean? Physio conditioning bloke.
Strudwick.
That's it. Thank you.
Oh, what? I've probably butchered that as well.
You can tell he's obviously been given the remit to go, right, this is what I want to see. And you saw it on, I think it was Friday video, they were looking very focused and more tempo up. And I'd be interested to see what kind of training camp Moore want to do in the summer.
Well, does he get into that side? Let's look at it from a QPR perspective. Does he get into that QPR side? So they've got currently left-back positions. They've got Nico Hamlin.
I'm so glad you're reading these.
24 years old. They've got Lee Wallace, who's 33, so maybe he's a replacement there, and Todd Kane, who's the right-back. So maybe he's a case of...
left-back.
Elite, yeah, maybe he fits in there and he brings in, you go with that. I don't know if they've played that Hamlin much. Let us know in the comments, QPR fans. But
I just don't see him as a left back. I've always seen him as a left winger.
He's not, but then again, his crosses haven't been that great. He probably is more of a left midfielder, a classic left midfielder.
At the moment, Liam Palmer is looking more of a winger than a left back with his crossing.
Yeah, he's a wing back though, isn't he? They're playing wing back. So I actually enjoy this wing back style. We get asked a lot about playing out from the back, but when you've got somebody like Liam Palmer that's actually always been solid. He used to get slated because he was like, well, he's good at doing bits of fullback work, but he doesn't offer much else. And now he's a wing back and he's taking that centre mid history and bringing it into his crossing, and it's just. Yeah, it's working perfectly. And Reach again on left back's great as well because he's got... Reach is not staying.
Reach, to be fair, Reach has one of the better games today that I've seen.
QPR should be after... I'm just saying, you should be after Reach, not Matt PENNEY.
Well,
and I've said that now and they're going to be linked with him.
There is somebody who is linked with Reach. I can't remember who it is.
It's... think about it.
I was going to put it in the story, but I thought we'd already kind of spoke about Reach
a
lot.
But I think it would probably be a decent signing for the future for QPR. But I also think if Matt PENNEY's going to get some time in the Sheffield Wednesday side, it's going to be in League One.
Yes.
So if you want to play for Sheffield Wednesday, stay with them in League One. That's the way it's going to work there.
The one thing Darren Moore is very good at doing, he's very good at using youth and working with the youth to get them to where it needs to be. And I think that's where we're going forward. We have an academy that we've neglected to use for God knows how many years. It has done my head in every season, week in, week out, that we had academy players and we just let them go. And there's I think the one who plays for Gillingham now is an ex-Wednesday one who's scoring for fun. Yes, I know that's League One there, but what would happen if we put him in early?
Well, it's the thing with Matt Penney. I'm not as fussed as I am about probably Iragidi going, and I was annoyed at. To be honest, the Shaw thing I've completely changed my mind on now. He's not been great when he's played for us actually. So Celtic have been stuck with the player there more. So I do want to say as a Wednesday fan, I do obviously want to also not dunk on someone too much.
No.
But it's a case
we
of
wish we wish in looking at it, just bad time for you to do it at the time of the
yeah, exactly. And the worst time for it as well is the fact that you've not played well for Wednesday since it's been the case. So it does feel like you were looking for a move there. Possibly not your intention, but it's the way it's ended up playing out. Matt Penney, if he wants to prove himself for Wednesday, sign a contract, go in League One. But I could see us releasing him. It's one I'm sat on the fence with at the minute. I'm not really arsed either way.